And okay, and welcome back to This Mess and my brain. And I like to. Okay, welcome back to my brain. Okay, welcome back to my brain and to this mess called the otherwise known as the Brain's World Channel. And we all know why we're here, to watch amazing stuff, and to some and to a certain degree, have and to a very large degree, have a lot of fun in here, and do and have some laughs. And I would like to make, wait, and I would hate, sorry, and I would like to share with you my movies collection. Now, how about that for you? I would like to share my movies collection, a lot in which is my favorite movies. I doodle with my mind a lot of the horror movies and movies alike, and afoot. Particularly this food right here. Anyway, let's get started with this movies video. With this favorite movies of mine video. I'll start over here without spilling any of my drink or spilling my brains all over the floor. I'll show my Disney stuff. Mr. Idle Hands here. Ah! Okay, let's take a look at the stuff, shall we? You can. Oh. I got a lot of Batman in there. Batman Forever, which is like one of my favorites ever. Jim Carrey in there. This is a dent. It is a damn fantastic one. Sorry, The Dark Knight. And I got reasons why it's my favorite, but I just can't think of all the reasons. Halle Berry and Catwoman. It's a how should I say it? It's one of my favorites. It's one of my it's a perfect. It's perfect. Get it? The cat. Perfect. I wonder who this is. I wonder who this is, eh? Yeah. Wonder Woman. Very classified favorite. Batman Year One. It's in my opinion one of the best things I've seen. A lot of Batman flying around and making and making like a, and making like a rabbit in a and making like a jackrabbit on a and flying around like a jackrabbit on a hot plate. Batman assault on Arkham Asylum with my girl, Miss Harley Quinn, and I'm sure others girls, and I'm sure others girl too, and that's a favorite of mine. Anything with Harley Quinn is a favorite of mine. Batman, Gotham by Gaslight. Believe me, this for anybody who's a Jack the Ripper and Batman person would be in love with that. Batman and Harley Quinn, aka my DC girlfriend. Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker. This I'm not gonna lie is like a personal favorite of mine. It's like again, Mark Hamill as the Joker, or as a lot of you might think of him as, or as a lot of you might remember him in Star Wars, Mr. Luke Skywalker. Luke, you are my I am your father. No! The Watchmen here. I own the movie. Very long one. And of course, these things are ridiculously long anyway. This, I'm not gonna lie, is it's not my favorite yet, but it is becoming it. It is becoming it because it's just that it's just that good. Stay with me, camera. Okay, it's like insanely long, and I love it. I showed that one right. I showed that one too. Yeah. Gotham by oh wait, I'm going ass back. I'm going ass backwards, you folks. Watchmen, I showed that one. Batman Begins, and believe me, it begins alright because this is the very the origin of Batman, like how we got to be Batman. The bat on the street, the 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 bat on the street. Very wonderful. And of course, the animated stuff, the Batman, The Dark Knight Returns, and he does return. Very, yeah, very wonderful. And Dark Knight Returns, yeah, show that. And oh wait, part 1, part 2. Sorry about that. My bad. Yeah, my bad to my good. Live action world. Hope I got this right. Batman and Bird Boy. Batman and Bird Boy. Batman and Robin. This, I'm not gonna lie, is a big favorite of mine. Big favorite of mine. A lot of dead honest action. Batman Returns. Batman Returns. And this is the second of the first, which I do own, of the Tim Burton line. Oh my God, Alfred. I'm saying that because Alfred is in most of these. I'm saying that because, oh my God, Alfred is in here. I'm saying that. I'm saying, oh my God, Alfred. And believe me, he's in these things. Oh my God, Alfred. Oh my God, Alfred. And believe me, he's in the, and believe me, Alfred is in these things all over the place. Dun 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 dun! The original Batman, Tim Burton, Wonderment. For for anyone who's a Batman fan like or a DC fan like me, I salute you if you have even more than me. Uh, I wonder who I wonder who this is again. Duh, Wonder Woman of the animated field. Ah, Joker, Walking Phoenix. Love it, love it, have it, need, love it, have it. Wish anybody love it, own it, and everything else. This, if you want to see a a great Joker origin, this is probably the best one ever. But I'm sure there are others that are just as fantastic. Since the first Batman of Tim Burton was a Joker origin too. Now this is fine, very fine one here, ridiculously fine. And oh my God, Alfred is in this stuff as well. What can I? Hey, what can I say? Right? He's in all of them. Batman Ninja. If anyone needs a ninja, Batman Ninja. If anybody needs a ninja to take care of your whatever problem, he's the ninja to call. And you thought it was all, and you thought it was only the Ghostbusters that could have been, and you thought it was only the Ghostbusters that needed to be called. Yeah, the Killing Joke with my favorite guy, the Joker, and I bet others' favorites too, because and by the wonderful voice talents of so and so, so and so, so and so, and Mark Hamill. Again, very Joker infested, very Joker infested, under the Red Hood. And believe me, there is a lot of hoods in this. There's more hoods in that than in a. This is getting to be a nightmare. I gotta get rid of these things. Anyway, do you mind, Charlie? I'm live. Anyway, I was between here and there. Red Hood, and of course my favorite guy and my favorite girl in the Suicide Squad. I know a lot of people are turning these things down, but or turning them up. I know that they're not the most fashionable DC things, but uh, but don't listen to what everyone says. Give these things a chance, okay? Do not listen to what anybody else has said about these things being bad. Give them a chance. You would be surprised in how great they are. Birds of Prey with my little sweetheart, Miss Harley Quinn, and the other Suicide Squad. I have not seen this one yet, but if anyone has, you can let me know how it was. If you haven't. Ah! Stay up there, you ridiculous bunch of wonderful movies. And of course, one heck and my Disney stuff. Lion King 1.5. The Great Mouse. The Great Mouse. The Great Mouse Detective. Aristocrats. Other from Company. 101 Dalmatians. I wish this thing would stay with me here. And like these are a lot of my favorites down here too, you know. the Disney section. I mean, they're scattered all together. Pocahontas 2, two original favorites. Davy Crockett, King of the Wild Frontier, Dinosaurs, Mulan, and the very confused camera. Sorry, whatever you would call this thing. Lion King, Hercules, Mary Poppins, Beauty and the Beast, Lion King 2, Son of Pride. Do not ask me what that noise was. Please don't. And it's now back on my face here. Whoa! I like my hair too, but I don't want to, just do my hair here. I could use a bit of a melon. I could do a cut. I could use a melon cut here. You gotta love. Whoa. Okay, I could use a cut here. Hold on. I could take my melon. I could take my melon in for getting. I could sure take my watermelon in and get a melon cut. I could take my melon. I probably should take my watermelon into the hair cutter place and get it cut down to at least the seeds level. I wouldn't mind getting a melon cut for my melon here. I wouldn't mind getting a melon cut for my melon here. Yes, I did say melon. Now into the horror, and believe me, I love my horror. Let's get started, shall we? Let's get started. Shall we? Let's get started. Shall we? We're gonna get good here. And I'm sure I'll get a head, and I'm sure I'll get a clap-a-toonie, and I'm sure I'll get a few clapping hit, and I wouldn't be surprised if I got some heads turning around here to the horror that now, for a lot of you that love horror and you want some ways to go about it, yeah, no, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna preach it. I'm just gonna, this is some of my favorite horror, like of all time here, and believe, and believe me, I put the H, I put the H back in horror, okay, like a big part of, and believe me, I put the H back in horror. With the goosebump stuff. I got other goosebumps around in some movies, but I mean, quiet. And I got other goosebumps around here so far, and I got other goosebumps things here too. But for the time I'm being here, I got two in my hand here. Stay out of the basement. And the haunted mask. These are probably two. These are probably two of my best known favorites, especially the haunted mask and the haunted mask that I used to have behind me. It's in the watching room, and of course I'm a Scooby-Doo nut. I can't imagine anybody not being a Scooby-Doo nut, but But if there is some that aren't Scooby-Doo nuts, fine. They can, I totally respect the next guy that tells me that they hate Scooby-Doo. I totally respect the next guy that 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 leaves the comment in here that they hate Scooby-Doo. Because, you know, I totally have great respect for the first guy to comment and says that he hates Scooby-Doo. I totally salute you. Might catch me off balance, but if you do, don't be afraid to leave me the comment if you actually do hate Scooby-Doo. I totally have great respect for the first guy that leaves a comment that he hates Scooby-Doo. I totally respect him or her. I totally respect him or her, depending on who it is. I totally respect the next guy or girl that leaves the comment that they hate Scooby-Doo. Totally respect them. By the way, Scooby-Doo, and the witch's ghost here, Hex Skills is the vampire band in this thing, and of course the most unbelievable food eating thing they have. You probably know what I'm talking about, too, because you never see a sandwich not in Shaky's hands when it comes to the Scooby-Doo verse. And it's a favorite. I don't want to make this too long, but I don't want to make this video too long. I don't want to make this I don't want to make this too long, and I don't want to make this too short either. So just bear with me here. I don't want to make it too long, and I don't want to make it too short. I don't want to make this thing too long, and I don't want to make this thing too short either. So just bear with me here. Brutally bear with me. Dracula's. Wait. Yes, I did say Dracula's daughter, and believe me, if you don't have this, I would suggest, and you don't have to listen to me about this, but if you don't, if anyone out there is a vintage nut of the horror line, this is probably one that you have or you don't have. I would definitely recommend this if anybody doesn't have it, or if they have it but haven't seen it in like 245,000 years. Go ahead and treat yourself to it, or if you have it and you want to make a reaction video about it, totally fine. Like, you don't have to tell me. Like, you don't have to tell me that it's bad or good over the. To each his own here. This is technically well, what can I say? Dracula's daughter. She's trying to kill off the vampires, but at the same time she is a vampire. Kind of strange for a vampirist. But this is about a vampirist, which I guess is the proper acronym. She is a vampirist, which is probably the right word that I just used to describe who she is. She is a vampire, and she's like, there are women vampires too, And this is a very effective black and white vintage take in what some might call Hollywood magic about the vampirist daughter of Count Dracula. She's trying to, she's trying like blazes to live a normal life, but she knows that she can't. So she's gonna do her own brand of the vampiring and stuff. And if anybody wants to if anybody wants to get scared and scared right, do this. If anybody wants to get scared and scared right, this, this thing will make you jump out of your. This thing will make the teeth line up to jump out of your mouth. Like this is hideously awesome. This is if you want a great horror movie that scares you right in all of the right places, this is one that you would have got to see if you like this. If you're a fan of scaring yourself stupid, scaring. If you're fans of scaring yourself stupid, this is a great one for that. You know, it's old, it's vintage, old, it's vintage, and it's got a human vampire going around and stalking the countryside and you know, killing people her own way with this diamond down her finger. Maybe she bites them. I'm not quite sure, but just. But trust me when I say this, you wouldn't mind getting scared stupid if something if. But trust me when I say this, you would not mind getting scared stupid if it's something like this. This is like the backbone to every horror movie that has ever existed. So, but do not take my word for it. See it for yourselves. React to it if you want to. Now here's one for a howling. Now here's a real howler. Now here's a real howler for you. The Wolfman. Sorry, The Wolfman. This is like a howling great movie. If you want something to howl about, this is definitely the one. If you want something to howl, if you want something to howl up, if you want something to howl over and sink your teeth into, if you want something to howl over and sink your fangs into, if you want something to howl over and sink your fangs into, this will definitely creep you out in all the right areas. If you want something to bite your teeth, if you want something to bite your fangs into and howl over, this is a howler. Believe me, you would love it. But again, do not take my word for it. If you have it or if you don't, you know, please do not take my word for it. None of these things I've shown, but please do not take my word for it. Treat yourself and give yourself a real, you know, horror movie to like to howl over. And I think this is good for 28 something minutes. And I could do this forever, but I want to show one of my personal favorites, and I got both versions of it. I actually do have both versions of this. The one with Johnny Depp and the animated one with Bing Crosby. If anyone's heard of him, it's the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. I got the Johnny Depp. I got the Tim Burton one, which is not even half as good as this, and and I also have this one, which is in my opinion better than that Tim Burton one. Even though Tim Burton made it pretty good, he didn't do much. He didn't really do much with this thing. He just made it maybe more gothic, I guess. He didn't really do even though I love Tim Burton, you know, even though I love Tim Burton to my very core, I definitely would not recommend. Even though it's a classic in its own way, the Tim Burton version of this. Trust me when I say this. This one, this one is a lot cooler. It's a lot less, like, it's still scary. It's still scary as all hell and heck, but at least it's mild. You know, it's a mild, scary film, and it does not need to be duplicated even by Tim Burton. Like, I mean, Tim Burton's good at like, I mean, Tim Burton also did Dumbo, right? And believe me, that's in his ballpark. I could see that being good, but at the end of the day, it's these Disney things that make. But at the end of the day, these Disney things are better than what Tim Burton could do. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying Tim Burton didn't do a fine job. I did not say that. He did a fine job. He just didn't like in my head, like in my noggin, what I know of the like like in my head, I I don't envision like I like what Tim Burton did, and I love what he did with this thing, but it's not the same. Okay, it is not the same. This is the one true Legend of Sleepy Hollow. It's like it's way more of a love story than that other one, and and uh, and uh, and like, even though I love Tim Burton's one, it cannot compare. It cannot compare to this one here, which is the better one. So you can let me know what and I want to show you one more, but I don't want to make this thing too long. But I'm going to break that rule. I'll give you one more at least. And I'm going to make it a damn good one too. I'm sorry for the extra sound effects. I did not mean for it. Um, so, I'm not doing this. These things are popping up like popcorn. I'm not doing this. These things are popping up like popcorn out of the popcorn. You know. I'm not doing this. These things are popping. These things are coming up everywhere like popcorn in the popcorn oven. Um, oh, okay. Anyway, if I can walk away from that extra sound effects, which I did not mean for, or which I did not mean, which I did not mean to have in here. Um, I'm going to hit you hard with this one here. I'm going to hit you hard with. I'm going to hit you. No. I'm going to hit you. I'm going to hit you smoothly with this right here, young Frankenstein. And believe me, if I didn't know any better, I could swear this was uh, just as good, or maybe even a touch better than the original Frankenstein. Like, it's a Mel Brooks film, and this this is closer to like the first knockoff of Frankenstein. Like, it's the grandson Dr. Victor Frankenstein that created the monster. Now he's doing his version of that same thing. So this is like the most wonderful black and white uh, renditional of the Stein archive, and it's too good to be good. And I would definitely recommend this if nobody actually has this in their collection. So there you have it. And I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to get this one if you don't. If now, I don't want you to think that I'm making you trying, and I do not want you to think that I'm forcing you to go out and get this. Uh, just take me out of the equation and just treat yourself to something very, very special. This is the classic Legend of Sleepy Hollow, and it cannot be duplicated even by Tim Burton. This is the classic. This is the Walt Disney's masterpiece, and Tim Burton can touch it, but no one else better, because there's nothing better than this right here. And okay. So anyway, for the time being, until I make the next thing, for the time being, or until I make another, for now, and so for the time being, or the next time, or so for now, or at least until I make another brainful thing here. This is your the folks. I'll see you in the next brain world whenever I make it. Ka-chow. Ka-chow. Ka-chow.